An unusual position for her.
Jeeno Thitikul had to get up and down from off the green at the first to save par. Remember yesterday she had a horror start over these first two holes. Went bogey, double bogey. Back at the second then with the world #1, Jeeno Thitikul. She said actually in the interview with George yesterday that it actually shocked her a little bit the way she started back after 3 weeks without playing.
Yeah, maybe just kind of shocked her into action. As we said, then went on to 10 birdies.
She kind of shocked us, didn't she, 3 weeks ago, though, with that finish at the Kroger Queen City Championship.
And it was interesting because I felt she talked about that with her interview with George. You know, said she'd gone back and spoken to her coach and kind of her friends, thought about all what had happened.
Which is good enough right now for a share of the 8th spot.
Here we have Jeeno Thitikul, who's missed the first 3 greens now. I mean, I know she's putting, but when the others are knocking it in close in the soft greens.
Well, compared to yesterday, it's a great start. Just missing them. Another putt from the fringe for our world #1.
Yeah, you can see that she's down the hill and then it goes back up the hill a little bit and will break a little bit left to right.
Oh dear.
Hopefully that'll be a 3rd birdie since getting off to a poor start for Area, who's having a really good season, it should be said. Looking more like the player who got to world #1. She was the first Thai to get to world #1. Here's the latest.
Left herself a tricky little putt here. Maybe 5 feet back down the hill. I think you've just got to stay quite positive and firm on these. We've watched them over yesterday. I think if you can just get that little bit more speed on them, you take out any of the imperfections on the greens.
Yeah, and slightly back uphill towards that bunker, that lip of this green. Confident stroke. Lovely tidy up. She'll be feeling relaxed now. Even par through 3, and I guess it's her closer to the flag.
Thitikul just still didn't quite manage to get this green, but a lovely angle here. Just a short little shot up to that back pin on the 4th. Come on. Oh, and just like Minjee, didn't quite get...
Yeah, no green hit yet from Jeeno Thitikul, but it's been pars all the way. It wasn't until the 5th hole yesterday that she got going.
You just see that down the hill. There's a little bit of speed to it. Difficult putting out the Bermuda. You never quite know how it's going to roll.
It's been a bit of a tepid start from it. And you can see all the patches on the greens. It's worth pointing out, Katrina, that we have had extreme heat over the last few months, never mind days, here in Shanghai. I know it gets warm here anyway, but I mean, above and beyond normal, and the bent grass greens have suffered a little as a result. But when you can make 10 birdies on them, like Jeeno did yesterday, they're obviously running pretty true. Yeah,
the players do say they're rolling a little bit smoother than they look. I think the TV don't look great, but the players do say they're rolling not too badly.
Tavatanaka, outside chance for birdie.
That front section just 8 yards on, right in the middle.
Yeah, very accessible pin here on the 5th. So, as Richard mentioned, Jeeno got her birdie run going on this hole, and I would not be surprised to see it start here again with this pin location. Can she get the first part done? You betcha.
8 with a par 5.
Speaking of 5, Jeeno Thitikul, this is where things started to light up yesterday. 4 birdies in a row from this point on. Asking for it to sit. And she's got a very, very good look at this.
It's amazing, isn't it? They hit so many shots from that kind of short range, 100 yards. She just knew.
Nicely. Thitikul now.
Down the hill for Birdie, down the hill. We've seen them, they just hang out on that right-hand side. The players think it's going to turn back. It's the putting that goes first.
Prime position here for Jeeno Thitikul, who hasn't hit a green in regulation yet.
I think we're going to see one here. She's liking the look of this one. Nice, but she'll be just a fraction.
Back up at the 6th hole. Thitikul looking to get off the mark today. It would take her amongst the leaders. She's up there again. We have seen her.
To golfing players say they don't look at a leaderboard. There are usually so many of them out there. It's very difficult not to catch a little glimpse.
Yeah, somewhat impossible, isn't it? Someone who's familiar with the top of the leaderboard. Thitikul now for birdie and to share the lead. Tied 5th here last year. Was oh so happy for her friend Ronnie Ian to get the job done, but is it her turn? Once you see this name rise to the top, that'll send shivers down the rest of the leaderboard. Her first birdie of the day, and yet another name, but a very big name, heads to the top of the leaderboard.
And 6 tied for the lead.
Well, Minjee Lee set the marker. Jeeno Thitikul, I mean, in the perfect spot here, Katrina.
Yeah, just about 80 yards here to this front pin. Now, she's just hit a few now of these wedges, just probably 5 yards further than she's wanting. You can see her puffing out.
And over, but if it's more towards the toe, then it'll open up.
Well, let's go up onto the green, where it's a much longer putt than we were expecting from Jeeno Thitikul, and that's taken a few bobbles along the way. And she's going to have a lot longer par putt as well than she was expecting.
For such a short shot in, and she's now struggling.
Well, it's all got a little messy for Jeeno Thitikul.
Yeah, this group's just not really burst into life yet. Left yourself a tricky one for par. Oh, and just never got that one on the right line.
Well, given where she was off the tee, wedge in hand, to walk off here with a bogey 5. Don't expect that from the world number 1.
Right.
Well, she almost hopes it is in the bunker, or she's going to have an awkward stance.
Let's see if Thitikul can hit a better little chip than Minjee Lee. Oh, frightened the hole, but you can just see, I think, hitting the sand, that's just slightly...
Green is elevated, which is a common theme around here. And once again, Thitikul gone slightly long, but she couldn't have done much more with her wedge shot. She'll feel a little bit aggrieved to be back here.
Yeah, just back down the hill a little touch. Maybe just a fraction from right to left.
Oh, wow.
Just a little more right to left, or a little more speed.
Yeah, it did feel like it had a lack of gusto behind that one. But to think that she's flat for the card today and still within striking distance, so...
Well, a much better spot for the other two. Jeeno, you can see the ball of Minjee Lee just a few steps further forward. What a front nine.
And our first look at Gabby Ruffles for today. Birdie putt on 13.
Huge chance. And she's nailed it. Great putt from the Australian. Gabby Ruffles moves forward. A very nice hour of golf for her.
It's difficult sometimes to think, oh, I birdied this hole the day before, you know, I birdied this one, and then when you're having a really low round, all the putts are going in, and then today everything's just kind of sliding past. It just kind of gets to you in the head a little bit.
Thitikul's putt is going to drift past. 10 birdies yesterday, 1 birdie. Bank Championship before the Toto Japan Classic. Then the tour goes back to the USA for the Annika at Pelican Golf. Before the top 60 will head off to the CME Tour Championship, which Jeeno Thitikul won last year, and with it a first prize of $4 million. I mean, what a week she had. Wrapped up the Aon risk reward for $1 million. Then took
won the
$4
CME.
million. Won the CME, another $4 million, $5 million in a week.
Won the event.
So Shin remains at 8 under par.
Thitikul just came up a little bit short in the par 3 11. Nicely played though, little chip, tidy little chip. It's where the professionals are so good, save so many shots.
Jeeno Thitikul
Needs a birdie. Come on.
Well, she was doing a Katsu-like run, 61 today. Really?
They were thinking maybe I can do it tomorrow.
Here is Jeeno from the front bunker. And that's arguably the best way to get the ball to stop on these greens.
Yeah.
Out of the bunker, they see.
Well, they've not been easy to come by today, birdies for Jeeno.
And there it is. Her second of the day, which moves her to 8 under par. Can she light things up in her remaining 5 holes? So tough to get it to the hole on some of these mammoth greens.
Tabatanikit here at the par 3 16th for a birdie. Nicely done, gets her to 4 under.
Yeah, a couple of mistakes out there, double bogey at 12, but had a out of the broom handle right now.
It is indeed, and she just did a similar length there for birdie.
Came out of the bunker. Jeeno Thitikul to here, so she's now struggling to make par.
Yeah, on the shortest par 4 on the golf course, just playing 336 yards today.
Oh, that is vital for Jeeno Thitikul. Just picked up a birdie, got herself under par for the round. Did so well not to give it back there.
This group nerves are playing a little bit of a part. You do kind of can get a little tentative if you get nervous.
Thitikul now. Straight at it as well. She'll get some sort of a read. Up on that green. Thitikul now for birdie. Would have got a nice view of Minjee Lee's putt. Now straightened. There we go. A birdie has come, and all of a sudden, look at that. The world #1 is 9 under and on the first page of our leaderboard.
I know, without seemingly doing too much, she's 4th position.
Tough birdie chances, though, as we go to Paddy Tabatanikit here on the last hole.
For her 4th birdie in a row, and to get to 6 under. Oh, slides past the right.
One of those who in the last week has decided not to tee it up at the International Crown, where she would have been teaming up in Team Thailand with Jeeno Thitikul.
got to be one of the favourites, you'd think, Team Thailand.
Yeah, Team USA have lost nearly quarter. World number 2. Team Japan looks fairly strong right now, I have to say.
Is that because they'd carried for me?
Top 10 machine, Katrina.
Would have been great.
Yeah. Lovely finish. Not quite the 4 in a row to conclude day 2 for Patty Tavatanakit, and just about keeps herself in touching distance with that finish around a 70.
A lot of fun. She was so proud to see the Thai flag so high up the leaderboard. So there was a lot of emotion involved because it's been a very, very long time.
Talking of seeing the Thai flag on the leaderboard, seen it a few times from this young lady over the course of the last 3 years on the LPGA Tour. No birdie there, though, for Jeeno Thitikul. This up at 18 with the Women's Open champ.
He managed to up the slope, left to right.
Tidying up for another par. It's Jeeno.
Move to the par 5, 17th next, and chance to maybe put herself into that final group tomorrow for Jeeno Thitikul.
I think she would like to be
9 from her, hasn't it?
She has gone south and fast, and now Jeeno with the chance to go north and equally fast. An eagle opportunity. And you know it's on the Aon risk reward hole as well, so this would be huge to solidify her spot at the top. Oh! Wow, that looked good for a very long time, but she'll have to settle for a birdie to get to double digits and creep her way closer to the top.
Yeah, she's just come alive, hasn't she, at the right time, plodding along almost for the first dozen holes today.
She has a little bit. I think now maybe that bogey on number 8 just kind of woke her up a little bit. Come back with 3 birdies now on the back 9.
And this is going to be one of the fascinating watches over this weekend, isn't it? Given what's happened over the last 3-4 months to Jeeno Thitikul, Evian, the Kroger Queen City Championship, and the FM Championship as well.
Absolutely. It's going to be really interesting watch these next 2 days just to see if she gets right up there. Well, she is in contention, but is in there, you know, Sunday back 9, whether she can get over the line and finish it off.
And she spoke to George yesterday about how she spoke with her coach Chris and one of her good friends as well. You know,
if you're trying to be nitpicky, it is just the number of victories.
Yeah, 5, but this year in particular.
Tie for the lead with Minami Katsu.
18th tee with the world number 1.
Just keeps looking at it.
Hav says she hasn't won, but she did take the first prize 3 weeks ago in Arkansas.
Yeah.
With a certain Minami Katsu.
That's right.
Who both opened up with 63s before the event.
There's all hit 3-wood off the tee. Nice wide fairway, taking the bunkers out of play. And look at that, a lovely loop down. You've got that little ridge you can see. It's 15 yards on, and then the 4 yards of green to get near that hole.
Just going to catch the slope down onto the wrong level.
It's amazing how the pin position can dictate how close people get. Yesterday in the bowl at the back, all the balls were kind of feeding in towards the hole. Today they're feeding away from the hole.
Van Tot on the bag, as he has been for PGA Goddess Trophy. Up on the green at 18, outside chance for Jeeno to find another.
Up the tier, right to left. Oh, it's looking good. Oh.
Nearly did what Minami Katsu did an hour or so ago. just caught the left edge.
Just needed to catch the flag stick. Makes your evening meal feel a little better, gives you a little pep in your step, ready for the next day.
Well, Jeeno Thitikul started the week with a drop shot at the first yesterday, then double bogeyed the second, and then made an extraordinary run from the 5th hole. She had 10 birdies and opened up with a round of 65. Today was a more solid start, wasn't it? But it was certainly less spectacular over those closing 13 holes.
Definitely less spectacular. This for a 3 under 69 today.
Well, that is extraordinary. Nearly holes out for birdie. And her putting issues on 18th greens continue. A bogey 5, back to 9 under par. And as good a feeling it is for Minjee Lee to finish with a birdie, that's a deflating drop shot for Jeeno Thitikul.
I was just about to say that. You could see that in the difference in their expressions. Minjee smiling, and you could just see
It's like the air's been let out.
Yeah, absolutely.